National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bengals and the Eagles, coming up next.
After hundreds of battles throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Tonight, with a hallowed Lombardi trophy in the building, it's a battle to raise it at midfield between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Philadelphia Eagles. So glad y'all could join us for this game. Kate, Scott, and Brock Hewitt on the call for it, and we're expecting quite a bit of offensive gamesmanship, partner. Some veteran savvy out there, both of our... So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by this dual-threat quarterback.
And he doesn't have the advantage he usually does coming off a bye week. Both these teams came in here well-rested after a Sunday away, of course. Needs an extra week of prep work for this defense, too. So he's got his work cut out for him to find ways to attack them today.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Back to the well again. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
This time it's a passing play. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. First carry here for the rookie out of Penn State. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Launching deep. He's got it deep downfield. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
The Bengals and their quarterback ready to take over once again. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Here on first down, and they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. And holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Throwing it. Looking right, and he finds him. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Second down now, 7 to go. Off the plate fake, he'll throw. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. They've got a man in motion. From the 33 on 2nd down. Pass is caught at the 9. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Working inside the red zone. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
On 2nd and 7. He's on the move. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals grow the lead to 7. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get it.
Bengals are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. They have played lights out on offense, scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. On first down, they'll run. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And a stunning loss there, Brock. He ends up in his own end zone. That is a wild safety. 2 plays ago, if we had seriously mentioned a safety partner, we'd have been laughed out of this booth, right?
Well, they say things move fast in the NFL, huh?
A couple of back-to-back sacks, losses like that, really opens us up to possibilities we weren't expecting.
Yeah, not all those possibilities are good, Kate, unless you're that defense that just dropped 2.
The Bengals ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. Holding just a field goal lead, probably going to see them play it close to the vest in the time we've got remaining. Play action on first down. Oh, shouldn't let that one go. It's intercepted. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk.
The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And they may not be able to take a knee safely this close to the goal line. He's back to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Looking to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. So we have reached halftime of the Super Bowl. Now we'll toss things to Jonathan Coachman in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you, too, in just a moment. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football.
The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Brought in by Turner. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Running this one left. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3. They're going play action. Doesn't have the hook up there. Incomplete pass. Looking for the back that time. And now it's third and short. Here's a throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Ball on the 45, first and 10. They go play action here. Makes the grab in bounds left side. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals take the lead right away in half number 2. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that. All right, looks like they want another look at this one. The play going to be reviewed by our officials, making sure they got this one right. Well, I certainly don't envy the officials here. A lot of times, Brock, it can be so tough to have the right angle to get a perfect spot on that football.
Yeah, how they do it, I just marvel at it. A bunch of years ago, I got to do and be an official, a side judge for a spring game.
How'd that go?
Not well, because things happen. And I really do. I marvel at more often than not how officials are at spotting the ball.
And his instincts right on for that one. Took a second look at it and ends up changing the call. They'll throw it again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Still sticking with the passing game. This throw is caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Trying to work quickly now. They'll try and punch it in. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down.
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Bengals take the lead right away in half number 2. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That one complete to Turner. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be first down, Bengals. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Here's a give up the middle. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
First down, ball at the 36. Another carry for him. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Shotgun now on third down. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing it again here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
From the gun on third down. Catch is made in close. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. We're through 3 in the greatest game of the year, the Super Bowl. It's Bengals football, and if they keep the lead, they'll finally claim that elusive first title. All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal. He'll throw it yet again. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
From the 35 on 2nd down. It's complete to Turner. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll be first down, Bengals. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He rolls to his right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Looking to throw. It is caught left side. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
Throwing now on 1st down. The back's got it. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. Give now to the running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. And a timeout's called. We'll have likely just a final play. Only 6 seconds remaining in this one. They've got 1st down from the 31. the handoff. And he runs this one down to the 22-yard line. 1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. Lining up to take a knee on second down. Their whole season has led to this moment. He takes a knee, let the celebration begin. And it's all over. The Cincinnati Bengals are your Super Bowl champions. Here's Commissioner Goodell to award the coveted Lombardi Trophy to the Cincinnati Bengals, the best in the NFL, champions of the Super Bowl. So that is a wrap. Another memorable NFL season in the books for our entire team here at EA Sports. For my partner Brock Hewitt here, our fellow commentators Brandon and Charles, Mike and Greg, I'm Kate Scott saying thanks for watching. We cannot wait to catch y'all again next season. Until then, good night, everybody, from the Super Bowl.